TV! Hello, welcome one and all to a very beautiful evening here at Assen in Holland. This is a big old show today, the first time we've actually done a show here as far as I'm aware. In fact, it must be because it's the first time they've actually done a show here ever. So once again, Iron Maiden leading the way and all that kind of stuff. It seems to be a regular thing we say on this little thing. But we have tracked down today a very rare person indeed. We have Mr. Dave Murray with us, who's agreed to very kindly have a quick chat with us.
Right.
And to all the people out there in Iron Maiden land.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you later. Thank you, folks. Bye.
That's it. He was here on the tour, honestly. It's taken us 7 months to get this far. But anyway, here we are. But obviously, first question really is pretty obvious. I mean, we've been here 7 months, travel around the world, lots of big shows, huge success. Bruce says it every night, you know. I mean, how for you has it felt that, you know, this year has gone? Yeah,
obviously it has been the most successful tour that the band has ever done, and you could actually just feel it, as you know, from the reaction from the fans and all the places who we've been to. I mean, the response has been overwhelmingly amazing, and also the turnout. You know, I think that here tonight is about 25,000, 30,000 behind us, and this is kind of how generally most of the touring has been, and in fact, in a lot of cases, there's been more fans coming to the show. So we've just been given a great reception, and I think as well the band is playing better than ever. I think from all the touring, we've actually got this really tight, and the songs are sounding great live. And then we've got the big production going out there, Eddie, and explosions. We've got all the whizzes and bangs. Yeah, so it's been I say it's been fantastic. I've really enjoyed it, and we've got a couple of more shows to do tonight, and we finish off in Russia. And you know, we're feeling a little worse for wear. You know, there's bits aching that never used to ache. And I
was going to say it's been a long tour. So yeah, I mean, how have you felt? You know, how have you felt? It's, you know, in that sense. Yeah.
Well, I think being on stage, it keeps you fit anyway. Sure. And then obviously when there's a bit of time, you know, we walk for hours, you know, visiting different places and stuff. So you kind of generally keep you fit. But I think it's when in midway through the tour, you kind of wind up like a spring really, and you're kind of getting through the shows and everything's going great, and then you're not letting your guard down, but you kind of tend to relax a little bit the last few days. Although obviously we're still going to, once you get on stage and perform, it all comes flowing out. You know, it's just that you tend to generally just kind of like, you know, wind down. You know,
you're kind of in the zone, and then you're just like, oh.
Yeah, it's not one of those things where you just shut off. You kind of actually start coming into land. You're like, you know, we're cruising. No.
Well, I mean, we're talking about the plane before. I mean, how did you find that whole plane experience? I mean, I think it was pretty tough on everybody one way or another. But.
Yeah, well, I think just the extent and the amount of travelling we were doing. We were actually flying, you know, 8 hours something, and doing a show next day. So, and also with the different cultures, you know, I think everybody got sick at some point. So at one time it was like rattling, you know, taking pills for viral, bacterial. I mean, it was like rattling, you know, various people rattling at some point. But I mean, we got through it. But that first part of the tour was actually the hardest, I think, on everyone really, just because, you know, the place you're going to, Australia, India. I mean, just how vast, you know. But we're doing. In fact, we're going to Russia. We're taking one more trip out with all the band and crew and families and friends. Yeah, it's Ed Force 1, Ed Force 2, or one of them. Yeah, and I think Bruce is doing his final flight with the band tomorrow, and so that's going to, you know, going to Russia. So that should be a big, you know, great way to finish the tour. But I must say though, it was probably the most comfortable as far as travelling. You know, we didn't have to go through the airports. I mean, the real security. We kind of got fast tracked, and it was a really relaxed atmosphere on the plane, because basically, you know, amongst, you know, for the travelling crew, friends, and everything. So it was very, very actually a relaxed environment. Yeah, and there was a lot of fun as well. You know, the crew on there, you know mimicking the stewards, and you know, and actually, I think one time they had like the uniform on. Yeah, but they edited it out for content. No.
I think we have footage of that somewhere. In fact, it'll probably appear in the film that's coming out in a little while.
Yes, yes. I think it should be in the movie. I think it is going to be in the film. Bonus material. Yeah, little sidebar of you know.
Well, quickly, I mean, obviously, so many countries, so many shows. I mean, it's very difficult, I dare say, for you to remember after a while, because it does kind of meld into one after a while. But any particular highlights at all?
I think when we, I mean, when you go on stage, you kind of judge the gig by the performance and the reaction of the fans and stuff. But I think, you know, going to Sweden was pretty amazing. Gothenburg was quite spectacular. Twickenham. I mean, I think they've all been great, really. It's really, I don't like
very difficult to say.
I don't like to pinpoint. I think every show, every audience there's not been one audience better than another, really. I think they've all been amazing. So, and, you know, we'll say we've got a couple more to go, but say ones that do stick out, you know, perhaps Stockholm or maybe, you know, Twickenham, because, you know, it's a hometown, and there was a huge turnout, and apparently even the ground staff said it was the best gig they'd ever seen there. So that was it, you know, the ground staff say that's it, you know. So
well, we all slipped on a tenner anyway, just to say it.
That's right, yes. Actually, I slipped on a fiver, so they
did all right out of that, they did.
Absolutely, yeah.
And finally, one sort of simple question. We've asked everybody this, and we asked the crowd this as well when we've been talking to them in the front.
That one over there?
Yeah, that person, that bloke over there. Yeah. Favourite part of the show for you personally? Is there one? Do you? I mean, I know again, it's very difficult to say, but it'd be interesting to know.
Actually, I think Mariner. Just because it's probably everyone in the band, because I think there's so much in there, such a challenging song to play, and then, you know, when we hit it, it's just perfect, and it's got, you know, the playing, the way it, just the structure of the song, and it's very complex, and it's a great song to play, and then you've got all the pyros, so there's a lot of dynamics in that song, and there's everything, but, you know, there's some songs you know, are great, you know, like Can I Play in Madness, or Straight Ahead sing-along thing, to something really, you know, like say structurally a lot different, like Mariner. But yeah, it probably is that.
I think
it's the one.
Steve said the middle section when it comes back in. Bruce, I think, said the same thing as well.
Yeah, that is such a. I mean, that kind of when it's, you know, the ships, you know, sort of creaking, and you got the dry ice, and there's a real kind of moody part to the song, and actually you can sit back and take a breather as well, and it's kind of trying to create a kind of real atmosphere. So yeah, absolutely, that is definitely.
And we've seen a few pirates coming on stage of late.
Oh, Jim Ladd.
Sailors.
Yes, there'll be a few out tonight. Yes, in fact, a couple of the crew guys have the whole outfit and stuff. And sometimes, you know, I put the parrot ends up on the Egyptian shoulder and stuff like that. But but there's lots of hooks and wooden legs and the whole lot back there, and lots of Jim Lads going on. You know, the pipes and the beer and you know.
It's when I saw the little tip hat as well. Too much. But anyway, there we go.
Yeah, so you know, they look cross between like Sherlock Holmes and Blackadder and Popeye. Absolutely.
Well, anyway, thank you, Dave, for having a quick chat with us. We've now got to run off over there and start shouting at people. Okay. Not that we do that, obviously.
Cheers.
And message for anybody out there.
Well, it's good night from him, and it's good night from me. Good night then. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.